When you write emails for your list, you should never give value. When you create content for your Instagram, for your short form YouTube content, even the long form, you should never give any value. But I don't mean create useless garbage and distribute it to people. No, that is not what I mean. All I'm saying is that everything that you're writing, everything that you're creating should be for the sole purpose of changing beliefs. This is why I created this, the Prophet's Playbook. Belief warfare. Because belief warfare is what makes money. Value is the source of being poor, unless you are Alex Hormozi targeting giants. Other than that, don't copy him. Value creates consumers, not customers. When you dump every single piece of knowledge into your content, people will consume, people will get answers, and people will never buy. There was a revelation that actually led me to believing in this systemized approach of never giving value, which is my experience with the gym. First thing that I have done was to go to YouTube, search for people who are lifters, who are trusted to give me the knowledge that I need. I paid $0 trying to get the knowledge that I need. I paid $0 to get 80% of what I need in my entire lifting journey. They gave me value, real value, but I have never bought a single thing from them, even though I was ready to buy. I was hungry for more knowledge, but what they gave was enough. Then I bought from someone. I bought a fitness system from someone. His name is Alex Leonidas. His system was unique. It was new. There was nothing online about it. Every single piece of content that he made was not about value, but about changing your beliefs, giving you new pieces of information to sell you the idea, not to sell you the product. Selling the product was just a result of him convincing you to follow his conjugate system, the mix between powerlifting and bodybuilding. That is the only reason that I have bought. It was not the value, but the fact that he changed my beliefs. I have ran an experiment, a theory to test this philosophy in real-world situations from people who were my followers. They interacted casually with my content. I didn't give a piece of value. I gave them insights. I transformed their beliefs. And that led them to wanting more. That led them to buying my smaller product. And once they bought my product, I even got a client out of it, out of my simple, useless, small, 50 active member email list. It was just a mythology. It was just the first test for me. And I had to further prove this concept. I have to first identify a critical distinction between value and insights. The freebies, the serious prospects, the whale bait and the fish bait. Let's talk about something. Value gives people information. Information makes people think that they are smarter, which is the Dunning-Kruger effect. The more you teach them, the more they think they can replace you. The more they think they can be better than you. The more they think that they know everything that they have ever needed. Just like I did with my fitness journey. At first I thought that I have already gathered every single piece of idea that I need about lifting. And I was wrong, kinda. It seeks to talk to people who want a transformation, who really want to change. The type of people who will pay you money, not the type of people who will just consume. You are the prophet, not the teacher. You are the one and only guy to be followed. The guy among many, but the only one. So you really need to shift that belief system of yours now. If you think that likes, that consumers, that Dunning-Kruger consumers, that people who think that they know everything, that people who think that they can replace you, that all of this approach is the way. then you are, my friend, in the wrong track. I have tested this on my clients too, and that is for another video to talk. But I am here trying to just sell you one single idea that instead of giving value, change beliefs, sell an idea. We identified the belief that people think they should give value. I gave you logical arguments. Next time you try to create any piece of content, ask yourself this critical question. Am I trying to educate? Or am I trying to convert new believers, to be a profit, to make money? Education content will create competitors, while conversion inside belief-based system will create customers, people who trust you. When someone believes what you believe, when someone actually have the same idea that you have, the same view on the world, they don't need more convincing. You already did the hard part. You just have to show them the solution. Show them the piece of information that only you can deliver. That is when you sell them a piece of content that is more advanced, hidden by a paywall. The traditional value first approach creates a psychological hurdle. The traditional value first approach creates a psychological hurdle. After consuming your free content, prospect must be convinced that there is an additional value that you can deliver. This is harder to accomplish. No matter who you are, it's impossible to accomplish. Or rather, it's hard to accomplish in comparison to convincing people that you can show them the value in relationship to the ideal, to the belief that you just shifted. One is easier than another. Being a teacher, start being a prophet. Identify beliefs, shatter them, create content based on them, write emails based on them, and the selling will happen. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything to comment on this video, any critique, any thought, any question, comment it down below.